What role do you play in your community?
Within my community, I'm not exactly a representative, but in a way, I pretty much am. We don't have a lot of teenagers, like really young people within my community, so I have to basically tell the adults within my community like what's going on with teenagers and just like keep them updated with like things that go on with the youth. And then in a way I'm also like a voice for the African Americans within my community because we don't have a lot of those either. And so I basically feel as though like if I'm being mistreated or if someone else is being mistreated who is like African American or just a minority period, I just find a way to speak up for them. And especially if they're like around my age and I find a way to speak up for them and give them a voice.
How have you been impacted by your community?
My community has impacted me in a really great way. It's really opened me up to a whole bunch of diversity because we do have just a really good amount of like diversity in like my neighborhood, people of all different religions and ethnic backgrounds, and so that's just made me more accustomed to just being around people with different backgrounds and everything.
If you could change anything about your community, what would it be?
If I could change anything about my community, I would definitely make it more close knit. I feel like within like the community, there's like that problem with like communication and everything. So if I could improve communication amongst everybody and get more group activities amongst all of my neighbors and everything, I feel like that would be good.
How do you think your community is viewed by others?
Pretty much everyone who has ever been within my community, they've always said it's like really nice and that they feel really at home and just able to be themselves. So it's really just that aspect of just freedom and just low-key independence and just being able to just express yourself. So it's pretty good.
If you think this view is wrong or unfair, is there a way to change how your community is viewed?
I think the view is pretty fair. I totally agree.
All cities have to deal with issues like violence. How does the issue of violence in Chicago compare to other major cities?
Because I live in Chicago, I'm not going to say that it's super violent because I live here and like I actually know what's going on, but to other people we may appear violent because that's all that they see on the news. I feel like violence is pretty much prominent in like every place though, and like some places more than others. And I do feel as though like violence is a problem pretty much everywhere. But like in Chicago, it's not as bad as people really perceive it to be. And I feel like a way to actually just deal with the violence is to just talk about it and then just like try to create solutions to it. But like the first step to try to create solutions to a problem is to actually talk about it and like inform yourself about it and know about it. So I'd rather have us talk about it and then later on create solutions.
What are the top 3 issues or concerns that you would like to address and start dialogue with in your community?
Top 3 issues. Well, just that, like once again, just that issue of like communication. I want us to be able to speak to each other more and like freely speak to each other more if someone has a problem or feels some type of way. And just that issue of also diversity. We have a diverse neighborhood, but like I would like to see more inclusion of other people of other backgrounds and everything. And then, just like inclusion, like make sure that everyone feels as though they're included and try not to isolate anybody for like any of their characteristics. So really just those issues of like diversity and inclusion and really just togetherness. I want to see more of that within my community.
If you were in charge of the media, what would you show?
If I was in charge of the media, I would try to show things that are actually more positive because within almost every media outlet, you always see things that are negative, especially within the news. You see things about shootings and just deaths and just everything that's just negative. But if I was in charge of media, I would also try to include things that are more positive and just like things that would actually help people to see that with like there is, even though there is good, even though there's bad, there's like a lot of good to come from that.
How do you see Chicago in the future?
I think that Chicago has a really promising future, and I think that we're going to do really great in the future. We just have to keep up with like our communication with each other and really just tackling the issues that we find as though that are like wrong or like we don't feel super great about. And then I feel like we have a really great future though. It's really exciting.
Do you have any questions you would like to ask your communities?
No, I don't have any questions.
And then, because you live like near downtown, like how do you think people in your community are like outside of like you and like other minorities, like how do you think people in your community are like aware of like violence or like mistreatment, like unfairness, inequality, all that?
Definitely the news. I would say that's like a good thing about people within like my neighborhood is that we all really try to stay informed with each other by like watching the news and just keeping each other updated by doing something as simple as sending each other like a news article. Endless like talking about it, because you do have like those neighbors who are like you are really close with, so you tell them about things and then they'll tell other people. So the news, just like media outlets in general, and then just communication with one another.